Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic Jedi Knight Edition. Now, when we left off, we were not in a creepy old tomb, well, that is technically designated as the Zerka dig site, but we now also have a very stylish mask on, which I actually really do like, and Kira has a new outfit, as you may have seen in the last sections of the previous episode. So we're going to hopefully slice and dice a couple of units as we head in to level 2. And yeah, of course, we still have a level 10 lightsaber, so it may very well turn out to be somewhat tricky. But we're going to be heading on into the group phase and seeing what kind of abominations we're going to be coming across. No doubt we will be, yes, fighting some mutated Zerka laborers. Oh, mutation. Well, this isn't X-Men, is it? No, apparently not, but it seems as though they do have quite a few mutations going on there as well. Okay, well, we are going to be absolutely fine, although, saying that, I'm actually unsure, because we do currently have huge amounts of poison effects on us, and I've got to say that that is a little bit worrying, I have to say. Apart from Kira absolutely destroying everything in her path, yes, that is always worrying when we have so many poison effects. Ooh, wait a second. This is actually remarkably easy. I don't even have to fight through. I can just walk around like a sneaky smuggler or a infiltrating Imperial agent. Oh, yes. The wordplay knows no bounds here, apparently.
Infiltrating mi filter nama kapel.
So, what? We talk first and then you attack me?
Me bagadres pastiatan el bienes for costinti. Zinesti hidruli, das bruli fehedan dankwa.
What were you trying to achieve?
Das matzenke iljom. Maestra me huruba. Infiltrating mi filter nama kapel. Patukche yet mi big shuram. Me atinatitimat.
How do you plan to achieve this?
Yetemer zunanye. Me kontias temeta. Habib tegelere, lili bahura bahije.
What? What was that? He was able to clone people out of thin air. Well, I suppose he is the imprisoned one. Wait a minute. What is he actually? Ah, there we go. Okay. I was a little bit worried there. I thought to myself, ooh, there doesn't seem to be anyone around here willing to do damage to us. Well, that's rather impressive, wasn't it? Okay, well, he is now deciding that a Force Choke would be the way to go, but as we know, Force Choke does not work against Zaylan. He is too powerful for such tricks, and obviously Kira is way too damaging to allow anything to happen to Zaylan, of course. So, let's just take out the last... Wait a minute, the last remaining unit? No. Apparently, we need to destroy the cybernetic enhancement machinery, which is just over in the opposite direction. But unfortunately, we're going to have to take out this laborer first. But obviously, that's not too bad. Able to eliminate him very easily. And, oh, Kira's going off by herself. Oh, she's obviously very confident. She has grown tremendously as a Padawan by the looks of things and doesn't really need her master's help any further. Ah, yes, of course. Okay, well, we're going to be attempting to stun them. Yes, there we go. And hopefully eliminate the remaining one. There we are. Very nice. And, oh, wow, they are consistently spawning them by the looks of things. Okay, well, I'm just going to take out these guys. and then we will, of course, be interacting and destroying the enhancement machinery. Hopefully we'll do it before we're interrupted. I don't know whether we can get interrupted, but we do need to destroy the droid manufacturing equipment as well. I have no idea they had droids over here. Well, they do have Zerka droids, but I'm surprised that they, and by they I mean the imprisoned one, is actually using them. Well, that is not particularly surprising, I suppose, considering he seems rather powerful. And where would that be? It's going to be over here, isn't it? Yep, it is. Okay, so we're going to be fighting quite a big group of units, but I don't think we should have many difficulties, obviously, apart from the fact that we are now getting stunned. Yes, of course. Okay, now, a saber ward I think is going to be in use here. We definitely need to use it, and there we are. Okay, so now all we need to do is take out the assault droids and destroy the last piece of equipment. I find it amusing that they've only spawned 3 droids. I would have assumed by this point they would have spawned 30. But, yeah, there we go. I suppose it has to be somewhat manageable for the Jedi, of course. We have not really the numbers to be able to deal with that, but of course they are continuing to spawn them, so I suppose I really shouldn't be complaining about the numbers. Really. Okay, there we go. Kira can deal with that last one while I sabotage the console. Excellent. There we go, and it destroyed all the remaining droids too. Fantastic. Now all we need to do is speak to the imprisoned one, who is just over here. Oh. Okay, apparently this continued. Not entirely sure why, but I suppose that may have been a slight coding error there, but whatever the case, they were easy enough to eliminate. There we go. Fantastic. So, let's head back to speak to the imprisoned one, and I've got to say, my opinion on the Rakata is pretty low. I really do not appreciate them as a race. I find them quite annoying, actually, but, well, it really depends. But this one seems relatively irritating.
Jahil Bastor Zikra.
Marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. We could never have excavated this place without your help. Oh, we knew where the base was, but getting inside, ghastly work. And I should say, I'm delighted to finally meet you in person.
You want something from me, Lexende?
You see, when I was assigned to stop the Republic from finding this facility, I was intrigued by the Doomsday device. That my superiors told me to stay away only whet my appetite. I decided to take the device for myself.
What exactly are your intentions?
I'm not sure yet. I could experiment on it, integrate it into my cybernetics, display it on the mantle, but hear me out. I'm offering a very large sum of credits, as well as rescinding the kill order on Camus, if you help me. Hand over the device, and the Republic never has to know. Tell Fowler you destroyed it. What do you say?
Does this answer your question?
Could you do that? Do you know what that thing was? What it was worth? Oh, now you've left me no choice. I'm going to have to kill you. Painfully.
Yes, that was one of the more difficult decisions in my opinion, at least, because I really quite like this guy's character, and I really like the way the voice actor actually portrayed him, but yeah, due to story reasons, I was not going to be allowing him to take the device because the imprisoned one seemed a very dangerous entity to allow to stay alive, really. So, well, that was my decision at least. And we are now going to be making our way back to Outpost Solara and speaking to Fowler, and then we'll be heading out of this dust ball of a world, which is, of course, Tatooine. Okay, well, inside the forward outpost we have Fowler, and of course we have Camus, and we will tell them the good news? I suppose it is the good news. I think the SIS probably would have liked to have used the device themselves, though.
Well, if it isn't my favorite Jedi. You look like you just walked out of a sandstorm.
Was there a base? Did you see the device?
Camus was worried that if you failed, it'd mean the end of the world.
Well, You saw Zerka's records?
Yeah, and I've been worried too, so catch your breath and let's hear it.
A device. It had an ancient creature trapped inside. It had gone insane. I had to kill it.
You're kidding. I had no idea. But if it's settled, that's good enough for me.
So this is over? We're sure?
You'll still need to testify, Camus. The investigation of Zerka won't end here.
Get me to Coruscant, away from the Sand People and Zerka's cyborg assassins? I'll testify all you want.
You should know. Scanners picked up a Zerka ship fleeing the system. They're running scared now.
Too bad we couldn't bring down the entire company.
We stopped the device from hurting anyone. That's enough of a win. Anyway, I promised you payment. Don't ever say the SIS isn't grateful. Now take care of yourself and try not to get pulled back into these corporate schemes. Camus can tell you, they never really end.
Well, thank you very much for that, and what are we going to be taking? We're going to be taking the Bulwark stuff, thank you very much. I am, yes, rather happy with that. As you can see, I've actually cleaned up my inventory as well. Goodness me, it actually took quite a while to do such a thing. And there we go. Some very nice upgrades right there. So, let us make our way on, and I believe that will be to use our ship's holo terminal. Okay, so we're back on our ship home. Wait, what was that? That was a reference to something else. I think that was a reference to someone else's series. I don't know who that could be. Oh, yes, let's just... Oh, yeah, Sith Warrior. Oh, yeah, girlfriend. Okay, wait. Let me just go to Holo Terminal. I'll show myself out.
General, Doctor, good news. Master Kiwix and Seismologist Heron are safe. Even better, the shock drum was destroyed.
Destroyed? Blast! I wanted to inspect that prototype. Such a promising design.
The only thing it promised was to destroy planets. Honestly, I'm relieved it's gone. I've just received a surprising report from one of my cruisers in the area. A pure-blooded Sith Lord named Praven surrendered to it. He mentioned your name. Anything I should know?
He was one of Darth Angle's apprentices, but he's joining our side. I promised we wouldn't hurt him.
You keep finding new ways to impress me. I'll order my people to hand the Sith over to the Jedi Council. They'll know what to do. Let's hope your mission to Alderaan goes as well as it did here. Barsuthra out.
Yes, let us hope that is indeed the case. And there's some more... Oh, yes, wonderful. More data crystals. Let's take it. And there's level 31 as well. Fantastic. Okay, so what are we doing here? Who is that? That's T7, and that is Republic Fleet Command. Okay, so yeah, I think we're probably... Yes, against all odds, going to be heading on over to... I'm going to be abandoning this because it's been a while since I've actually taken that. So yeah, we are going to be heading on back to the Imperial Fleet. Imperial Fleet? Yep, you can tell I've played Imperial side for far too long, can't you? Yes. We are going to the Imperial Fleet. No, I just did that. Oh yeah, I didn't make that mistake that time. I was doing that on purpose. But whatever the case, we're going to be heading to the Republic Fleet this time. Yes, Republic Fleet, and I'm going to be remodifying some of my gear, and I'll probably see you when we're traveling to Alderaan. All right, so we have reached the Republic Fleet. Yes, thank you very much, and we're going to be, well, training in a huge amount of things here. I'm going to be removing a couple of things that I don't particularly want to use. I'm going to be using this quite a lot. And what is this? Ooh, yes, that is fantastic. Force stasis. Ah, yes, that's exactly what I want to see. Let's put that there. And oh, yeah, here we go. This is the passive that I was talking about all the way back at level 20, I'm pretty sure. And, well, as you can see, it just basically improves the quality of life that you have with your 4 ability, or at least my 4 ability, which is Warding Strike, of course. So we'll take that. Taunt. Don't particularly want Taunt, but maybe it will be useful. I'll put that on Q, I guess. And instantly generating 6 focus. I don't know whether I need that. I'm just going to put that there. And Single Saber Mastery increases the damage dealt by your weapon by 20% and grants a bonus based on your currently active form. Well, what are we currently using? We're currently using Surisu form, or Sorsu form, or whatever you want to say. So that would give us Increased melee defense and increases the threat generated. Well, that's a little bit underwhelming, isn't it? But I suppose the single saber mastery itself, 20% increased damage, is good enough, so we'll take that. Temporarily increase your maximum health by 30% for 10 seconds. Really not very useful when you're by yourself or without a healing companion or any healer of any sort. Now, what is this? Knocks the target back several meters and knocks the target down for 2 seconds. Force push immediately finishes the cooldown of Force leap. Well, why not? We may as well use that, and we'll take speed of piloting as well, even though don't particularly need it because we are using this, and as you can see, that piloting skill doesn't particularly make any difference to it. So, yes, I have not obviously remodded my gear just yet, so I'll see you once again while we're traveling to Alderaan. Okay, so after having modded my gear for a rather considerable amount of time, I have no idea why it took so long, but I guess figuring out all these different stats and working out which one you want to be putting in your gear and all that kind of thing, you got to spend your crystals wisely because you never know. You're going to be gambling them sooner or later when you're in some kind of seedy bar at the back end of the galaxy. Well, maybe not just yet, and maybe not on this character, but maybe on a smuggler, or maybe on an Imperial agent, who knows. But yes, whatever the case, let's use our holo terminal.
General, I'm on Alderaan. Have you heard from Master Orgus?
Negative. Considering the chaos there, it's a wonder any messages get through. Alderaan's a war zone. The nobles are fighting to decide who's in charge, and whether this world aligns with the Republic or the Empire.
Your weapons project is to secure Alderaan for the Republic.
My people developed a Deathmark weapon to end this conflict with surgical precision.
Extraordinary device. It marks targets with a microscopic tag. Undetectable. Tracks targets anywhere on the planet. Feed the target's coordinates to a focused beam laser, and it can kill them from across a continent.
Since when is the Republic in the assassination business?
If I can save 1 billion lives by killing one man, I'll gladly pull the trigger.
The Deathmark has one regrettable disadvantage. The targeting device's range is extremely limited, 20 meters or so. Once a target is marked, however, the laser can hit it from any range.
I fear efforts to guard the weapon have failed. Master Orgus's last transmission came from Organa Palace. After that, nothing.
Considering what happened to Master Kawix, it's a sure bet Orgus is in danger.
Count Alder was the last to see Master Orgus. He co-funds the Deathmark project with us. I tried informing the Count of your arrival, but communications there have been crippled.
Reports indicate multiple holo-relays destroyed. Standard Imperial battle tactic.
House Organa can't spare the troops to get their holo-relays online. Maybe you can help?
I'll restore communications and then meet Count Alda.
Transmitting holo-relay coordinates. If you get them up and running, it'll tighten House Organa's defenses. You'll find Count Alda at the embassy near Organa Palace. Good luck. Marsuthra out.
Ooh, wow, that sounds like such an impressive weapon, but yet I'm not frightened by it for some reason. Oh, okay, well, I was really not hoping to do that bonus mission, but I probably should have said something like, "No promises, General. I really don't think a Jedi Knight should be going out and restoring the holo relays with literally no technical experience whatsoever." I have no idea why they decided to do that, but, well, I guess we could poke it with our lightsaber or something? Yes, just poke it on the head, bonk it in some way, and maybe it will get up and running. But really, Kira has no experience either. If I was taking T7 on this particular mission, then I would definitely say that we might have a chance. Okay, so, yes, when we left off, I thought to myself, yes, I'm not gonna do that bonus mission, but then I thought, well, it's probably a good idea to foster some goodwill on Alderaan, considering they are warring between the Republic and the Empire, and if we are going to be helping a little bit, then maybe it would push the favor in our direction a little bit. I know, we're thinking rather cutthroat and various other devious ways, but I think we are actually, quite smart about it, perhaps. Okay, so let's stun this guy with our Force Stasis, our very first ability that actually stuns something for quite some time. I haven't trained since I was, what, level 16 or 15 or something? So, yes. Now, as you can see, we're actually tinkering with it. We're sticking our finger in the electrical relays, and that is expected to repair it. Magical, isn't it? wonderful Jedi mind tricks and various things that doesn't actually work on technological things at all? No. Okay, so we've arrived at House Order Embassy, and I can only say that it looks rather grand here. Unfortunately, they haven't rolled out the red carpet for us, which I am quite irritated by. We are very important Jedi, are we not?
Count Alda, I'm an associate of Master Orgus Din. I'm here about the Deathmark project.
Yes, much gratitude for restoring our communications. Elena, tell the Jedi what you told me.
I worked at the Deathmark research facility. We were conducting routine tests when Imperial forces breached our security doors. There was a hideous little man with them. A Sith, I think.
We sent a Jedi Master to protect your facility. Was he there?
He saved my life. Before anyone knew what happened, a single Jedi wiped out all the Imperial troops.
Way to take care of business, Master Orgus.
I'm sorry, but the Jedi, he didn't survive. The Sith was deadly. He'd vanish, then leap out of the shadows. He surprised your friend, stabbed him in the back. It was horrible.
You're sure Master Orgus was killed?
No one could survive that. When the Jedi fell, the Sith summoned reinforcements. But not Imperials. Killiks.
Intelligent, man-sized insects living underground. Flesh-eaters. Ghastly things.
How did the Sith communicate with them?
Oh, they're highly evolved. That's what makes them deadly.
Those things poured into the facility, started tearing everyone apart. I ran.
There was nothing you could have done. Thank the stars you survived to give us this news. The Sith now controls the Deathmark. No telling who he's targeted.
From what I understand, targets can only be marked at close range.
True, but that Sith, I think he could go anywhere he wanted.
Win Organa is organizing peace talks with the other houses. It's possible the Sith...
What? What? It's possible the Sith... What? What was that? Are you serious? I have no idea. That just interrupted the conversation. What? I was just sitting back here enjoying the story, and then the rest... I have no idea.
That was the Deathmark laser. It killed Count Alda.
Happened so fast. I never felt the danger.
Have to get out of here. It's not safe. We're all gonna die.
The Count. You there! Hands up! Men, take their weapons. Lock down this building.
The Count was killed by a long-range laser, not a lightsaber.
You can explain after you surrender. Back against the wall, and put your hands up. This is your final warning.
Are you insane? He's a Jedi Knight. We had nothing to do with this.
We'll verify your identities and alibis. If what you say is true, you'll be released. Long-range communications have been restored. Should only take a few days to sort this out.
Lives are in danger. You'll do anything to help me save Alderaan.
Lives are in danger. I'll do anything to help you save Alderaan. Men, secure the building. All contact Organa security and inform them of the situation.
You've got to find the Deathmark before that Sith kills again. Here are the coordinates to the research facility. What's left of it. I hope you find something useful. Take care, Master Jedi.
Okay, well, yes, that's perfectly fine, but how did Count Alda get killed? That's the question. Because it was only me and Kira and... Elena, right? Oh my. Okay, well, I can only assume that maybe she has something to do with it, but, well, it doesn't seem as though that is the case. She seems pretty nice right now, but... Okay, well, yes. Otherwise, we're going to be ending this episode off here, and next time we're going to be searching the Mensav Military Laboratory. And so I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.